Good morning.
Good morning. um, yeah, we'll. How do I introduce you? Deep,
I'm the genius one.
The Bollywood superstar that you guys have never quite met yet.
Yeah, genius one.
Yeah, the genius one, the real hub, the real engine underneath it all. Um, but no, do I say you work for us? You're one of the contractors that we get in. I mean, I just want to make sure if your
Just
other
say like
works. Yeah,
he's helping us out rather than saying as a job.
yeah. And you
Yeah.
are sort of you do contract. It's not full time anyway, so
Yeah,
it is
so
true.
because then also like my boss is in my Facebook account.
That's what I mean. That's what
Yeah,
I was.
everyone like knows it. I'm sharing it from long time either, so they liked it too. So I just because this is my 40 hours job right now. I'm doing this one, but I can handle that. It's not a problem. But just say
Yeah,
it. I'm just
I'll just say, yeah, Deep's one of our members, people who helping us out, and he's helping us a little bit with the financial literacy. So what we got to keep saying is what you're seeing right now is the financial literacy world, which is true. Eh?
yeah
What are you
yeah.
doing? Are you doing the crops area and another new area?
I have four right now. I'll show you.
Wow, four areas, four.
Because I'll show you actually entire thing. Because it was a bit confusing for me to see what's happening to the next door. So I asked Ian like I can do the entire thing before.
So Ian, just let me do the whole lot, all right, mate? Thanks. Share
Yeah,
the love.
because
What about Flavio and Ali? They want to do something.
they're doing something else. I'll just show you actually. Oh, I need to
Well, we got
hide
50
the.
of these levels to build, so yeah, there's plenty to go around.
Yeah, I hope my Unreal doesn't crash. It's
Oh
my
well, if it does, it's all right. We just be honest with everyone. Say, look, Unreal's a very high, super powerful engine, and it might crash on us.
Can you see it?
Yep.
So I was doing this pig pens and stuff yesterday.
Oh yes, that's how agricultural sort of. Yep.
Yeah, and then there's a like river area coming from there. So I actually made a train there yesterday. So the river flowing, it's a long quite. I haven't made the path here yet. Uh, so it's connected to this part.
Yep.
Uh, like you can see the nice view here.
Oh, and a couple of little trees.
Yeah, and then you go through the entire way, and then you have this view here too. So there's a bridge here, and you cross that. Yeah, it's like entire area is now connected. So you actually the player can walk through all the way and then can go to this and then go all the way to the backside of where the pig
And
pens
that's
are.
good, eh? If they do split scene stuff,
Yeah, yeah.
because I
Or you,
think for loading Unreal, we're trying to do just a few different scenes. So then, if you're trying to do it, we can just unload one. Is that the complete island or just your island?
this is just a four islands. In four pieces of four levels. So this is
Four levels.
78. I think it's 77, 50. The pig pens. I think this area we don't have much here, so it's just like a train part. It's just pretty one. And then
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
yeah. It's mountains and stuff. It just feel like open world stuff.
yes,
Um, I'll just hide the trees. Yeah, no, we don't have trees.
yes. That's good.
Yeah.
Help performance a little.
I haven't actually like it'll look more prettier when the lighting is baked and stuff. It's taking so long and I didn't get a chance my computer to get free that I can set like I need like 2 days to light bake. So I didn't get a time to do that yet.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Mm.
No, that's stunning. What was it? 11:58. Just see who else is jumping on. So Steph's going to jump on from Trees That Count.
Right. Oh yeah, the growth animation. Oops. I couldn't export as a play blast from it, but I do. Can you see it?
Yeah, beautiful, wonderful. I think
It's
I
just that
remember Ian saying that you thought you had an idea of what you might be able to do. Yeah, that's exactly sort of.
magic.
Yeah. Yeah, even if you just drag it like that, it's fine.
Yeah, it's just like it's a bit slow software. So
Wow, that's really good. Yeah, just showing that, just gives the viewers at home,
yeah,
our viewers to say, hey, look, we got the skills to make this thing. We we just need the resources.
yeah. I'm really glad I'm part of this.
Okay, good.
I'm learning so much actually from it.
Hi, Steph.
Hello.
Hello
How's it
again.
going?
Awesome. This is Deep here.
Hey.
Hey,
Deep's one of our, well, what are you? CGI, animator, 3D modeler, not a
CGI. You can say CGI journalist.
CGI generalist.
Yeah,
Um,
Awesome.
sounds cool,
yeah.
right?
And so he's been playing and learning so much about native trees. I think I was talking about it the other night.
Yeah,
So
like
Yes.
he's just playing around with sort of how you would animate as a player unlocks more pungas and things that they actually sort of grow in front of you. The whole
Cool.
little world. So, I'm sort of wanting to tease the, hopefully any lives or anyone watching that we've got the skills to do it. And, and this sort of thing, I just hope people see this and go, wow, we have to help. We have to
Yeah.
make this a reality. That's the goal, I guess, of
Mm.
showing what we're doing. And Deep's got a bit of the world he's been building for us, which is for our financial literacy. So I'll make sure I'll let everyone know that we haven't built this thing. This is for a different game, but we've got the ability to do it.
Yeah.
Um,
Awesome.
Look at that realism, eh? Look at that
Yeah.
quality, but there's no trees. But we can build the terrain, we can build the game, we've got the skills and the ability. We just sort of need the help and the
Yeah.
resources. That's the message. And I'll get Deep to show us around a little bit. He's got waterfalls, all sorts going on. I hadn't even seen this till yesterday. This is they've
Wow.
been working away on it. But we have a financial literacy module. And this part of that, it's in the market now. The kids are using it in the schools, but they haven't got this level of reward yet. We're just waiting till we finish building it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit like
Cool.
Sim City. I don't know Sims. Have you ever heard of that or played that years ago? It's
Yes.
been around 15 years. So we're
Yes.
using the same concept where you build a small village up into a big city.
Yeah.
As you learn financial literacy, as you learn economics type thing, your world grows in front of you. What are you hidden there? What do you got?
these
Oh,
are
a little,
tools,
a
old
little,
ancient tools. How they
a
used
little
to do stuff.
ads,
Ads. Is it called?
or what do they call it? Mori, toki, hoki.
No, these tools. These are farming tools.
Oh yeah, those ones. But that
Yeah.
one down there's a greenstone.
Yeah. This is
Did you
the
make that?
carving. Yes.
Yeah. See, Deep's becoming I don't know, a New Zealand native bush expert. I wouldn't say
I
expert.
like it's like whenever I go for a walk, I look trees so closely. I told you, right? I found a ponga tree just on a Mount Albert Road another day. I took a photo of it. I was like,
We're making an environmentalist out of him yet, Steph. That's what we're doing.
Brilliant.
I hope it doesn't scare anyone, like taking photos of people's houses.
Yeah, and he's really noticing the different trees that people have on their properties now.
Cool. Welcome to the tree nerd group.
Oh, it's so cool.
The cabbage tree is really common. I can see everywhere. Ponga is hard to find.
Yeah, got to be the right conditions for the ponga.
Mm.
Whereas
there you
cabbage
go.
tree can grow pretty much anywhere.
Yeah, it's just in my backyard too. Cabbage tree.
Mm. Cool.
And never seen a kauri tree here.
Oh yeah. Whereabouts are you?
Sandringham, Auckland.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah.
Mm.
Auckland City. But you probably see it if you go out on the Waitaka's Deep, if you're in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
But, well, you'll see a few, I guess.
Yeah.
Is concerned with the
What about
dieback,
those?
isn't there?
What are those trees called which are in the redwood forest?
Which
Those
one?
long, those long trees in redwood forest. You know those trees, redwood forest.
The redwood is not a native.
Ah, okay, right. Yeah, these ones I thought.
They're pretty awesome though, aren't they? I love
Mhm.
redwoods.
Oh, right. But, yeah, they've come.
Yeah. I have built actually quite a few of them. I hope my computer doesn't crash. If it crashes, it'll come back. One is
But
what
Cody, that could be a really cool part of the game where the kids are working at how they solve that massive issue of the Phytophthora, hammering them, the disease going through and what they can do and problem solving. There's so many different cool things you could do.
Yeah, we can create simulators like environment things. Hey, Deep, where if the conditions are a certain way, then you can push play and simulate what would happen to the Cody.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the conditions are that's affecting it. I guess it's
This is endangered, this tree, because when I was making it, I did a little bit of research on this tree. So so there's an article on NZ Herd about it, how they're disappearing.
Yeah. There's a disease going through which kills them. It's spread, like in the Waitakares with all the wild pigs, they spread it because it attacks the roots. And so when the pigs go through and root up, they spread it.
Right.
Things like that.
Well, great. Well, this is the kōrero I want to have. Let's chat about these things. Because I think general public will have heard a little bit, but not understand. So a way to protect it is to limit the feral pigs, I guess, so that they don't do at least that part of it, and then other areas. And we were going to touch on that in the game, and that's a part of Owen's sort of job, isn't it? Is introduce species, is by reducing them. What happens to the forest right in front of you in the game scenario? And if you could see the forest starts to recover faster, all these different simulations.
Cool.
That's how I can teach. But Deep, you want to stop sharing your screen for a moment, but keep that stuff there handy. That's exactly the type of just general banter I'd love to chat about, because this little live Zoom thing can be a bit educational too about the whole topic. Might get a few people interested. We'll see if we can go live. We tried yesterday, Steph, but Zoom had a problem.
Oh, okay.
It wouldn't do it. I tried it about an hour ago and it did it.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed that it works. Let's get my little description up. This is 11 days to go. Live update, 3 September. There's the Kickstarter. There's the join our live chat. Okay, I've got 11:57 on mine. So, Steph, I might cover a bit of what we did last time. People don't see these, and this might be fresh, but which introduces why you're here, why you're on the show. 11:57 on mine. Yeah, share screen. I'm gonna go speaker view this time, so it might be better. So I'm looking forward to Robert. I've sort of known him for a year. Robert Hollis. He's got a huge LinkedIn and a pretty big social media following. So hopefully that tomorrow will really start to put it there. Stacey Morrison's been busy, but she's co-owner of AFED, where we do it. So her footprint too is. Did your computer crash, Deep? Yeah. So I think I have faith that the last sort of 3 days will be some sort of frenzy. I hope. Yeah. Also, I think it will. It's starting to get this. I've seen different people starting to click and share, and there's. Hey, Ian, you're on as a panelist, Ian. Do you want me to? I can sort of move you out of that.
Yeah, move me out of that if that's all right. I was thinking
just to watch in now. Yeah. I mean, you're welcome to come on, but okay. I'll withdraw co-host permission. See what happens.
Thank you.
Okay, so you're not co-host. Put on hold, rename, make host, ask to start video chat, put on hold. Oof. I'm not sure how I to
Okay.
stop you. There must be a way to move you
Oh,
from not being a panelist.
I'll jump out of this one and I'll jump in on like Facebook or something then. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to make host forbid, record, rename, put on hold, remove. Oh, if I remove you,
Okay.
see
Give
if
that a
you,
try.
yeah. Okay. Hi, Josh. I can see you there. Welcome, brother. He's one of the attendees. All right. So we're going to kick live now. So I'm going to push my little button. Let's see if it works. Go page you manage. Gene Swainson Foundation. Next. Won't be a moment, Josh. We're just pushing it to Facebook Live. Okay. Yep, it looks like it's connecting.
Hello.
Hello, Deep. Welcome back.
Sorry, it just crashed.
All good. Okay, we're going live. Well, hi there, everyone. Welcome to today's live stream. And just make sure my audio is going. Today is 11 days to go on our Kickstarter campaign for Hyperlife, which is for a nature science-based reforest sustainability game that we're wanting to create. And we're just reaching out to the New Zealand public. We've got 11 days to go for our Kickstarter campaign to see if we can raise the funds to be able to allow us the resources to make this learning resource. So it is intended for the teachers to be able to use in the classroom, but that it's so awesome to play that the kids want to play it at home after school as well. And so just a little update how that's going, but I've got Stephanie's on here with our live session today as well. Welcome, Steph.
Sure, thank you.
And I'll introduce Steph in a moment and explain her reason for being here. And then I've got Deep. Deep, welcome, young sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
And I will introduce him shortly too, as always here, but I'll just give a little update as to how our campaign's going so far. We're sort of 3 days in. So I'll share my screen and bring up the site. So it won't be a moment, everyone. So our Kickstarter page is called Hyperlife. And so we've got 9 backers and 346. So we're slowly climbing every few days, but with our little posts and things like that, I see that we're starting to get a bit of momentum there. So it's quite exciting, and we're just looking forward to it and really hoping that we can get the support we need. Our goal target is 60,000, and if we get that, then we can go ahead and make this game, this sort of learning resource and game. But I'll come back to the team for now. Yes, I'm trying my speaker view, but it seems to be stuck on you, Steph, unless it's different. I'm not sure. But yes, Stephanie. So Stephanie's from Trees That Count, who we've partnered with for this campaign. The big part of the campaign was about asking for some donations and funding so that we could plant a virtual tree, basically, in this game, so you could give us the resources to make the game and the virtual trees. But at the same time, we thought, no, we want to also plant trees in the real world. So we wanted to partner with an organization that are amazing at planting trees across New Zealand, and especially native trees, and then hence we get Trees That Count. So if any of you are not sure of them, type them into Google and have an amazing look. But thank you, Stephanie. Welcome to today's show.
Thank you.
And so what sort of activities do Trees That Count undertake?
So we're a charitable trust. It's a program run by Project Crimson, which has been around for the last 30 years. And so Trees That Count, essentially we have an online marketplace which connects businesses and individuals who want to support native forest restoration projects, and we connect them through to any New Zealanders who want to plant native trees. So we have funding to purchase native trees for planting projects. We have regional advisors across the country to help out with advice and help with applications. Yeah, we want to see millions more native trees planted through this charity.
Oh, it's just mind-blowing, the work you guys do, and you can see here since 2016, 31 million trees planted is just amazing, and that can only be helpful moving forward over the next couple of generations. And so, yeah, it's just amazing work. And what I love even extra is that you can track and see exactly where every tree that's planted goes that you fund. So we, our foundation funded 10 trees just a couple of weeks ago. And you, if you're an organization, you get a funder page. So I'll type in our Gene Swainson Foundation and press enter. So we get our own little page that others can come visit too. So it's really good. It shows everyone else around New Zealand what sort of support that organizations and businesses are doing. And we donated 10 native trees, and 9 of them went to the Tukituki Valley Restoration Project, and 1 went to the Illawarra 2020 project. And they were both in the Hawke's Bay, where the Gene Swainson Foundation is based. So you can choose, I think it's around 14 to 16 areas within New Zealand. So absolutely amazing. And so that same functionality or same ability applies for our Kickstarter campaign. So for any of our pledges that are over $50, we have a whole range of pledges from $7, $15, $20, but any and $30, but any of them from $50 above gets a tree in the real world planted as well, 3 trees that count. So you get an account, you nominate through us which of the 14 or so areas you'd like your native trees planted, and then you get told where it is and get followed up with your email and everything. So it's really amazing. And then when you get into the $400 or $600 donations, you then get 5 native trees planted on your behalf through Trees That Count. And then if you donate from $1,000 upwards, you get 20 native trees. So it's really awesome. So a huge thank you to Trees That Count and you, Steph, and all the team for being willing to work with us on this. And, it was really important to us that if we were claiming to be passionate about nature and creating a nature game that the next generation can learn from, that we had to also have a footprint in the real world. And that's what you guys bring to the table. So, a huge thank you out there. And also for any organizations, businesses or NGOs or charities, if you back our campaign through here, you get a leader page, just like we have. You get a leader page is created through Trees That Count that you can log in and either add to and then share with your members in the community that you serve, so that they can also see the sort of good work that your donations are doing out there. But yeah, very, very cool. So for anyone who's not familiar with our the game that we're proposing, anyone listening in on here, I'll bring up our little video. Do this one. Got a few of them in. Turn the audio down. So yes, it's a reforestation game we're calling Hyperlife, and you go in there and the learners start with an empty landscape, whether it's an old wetland or something, and the role is to learn around New Zealand reforestation efforts, learn about the science behind where to plant and things like that, and then slowly you create this amazing forest area, and you go around and you're learning at the same time. But that's the sort of reward side of it, and also they're learning to do what you do in the real world, which is sort of the work that Trees That Count do, but you get to do it in this game environment. But also all the learning modules are aligned with the New Zealand curriculum. That's what we'd like to do. It's what we're reaching out for and hoping to get the support. And we're just showing you now, these are some of the artwork and the work that we have done. And this is for a financial literacy game that we're making, so that you can see we do have the ability and the team to be able to make such a game. And we're just really, asking for the support out there. I'm going to bring Deep in now. So welcome, Deep.
Thank you.
So Deep is a CGI, what do we say, generalist?
CGI journalist.
Yes. So he's a, special effects expert. He does a whole range of things. Very talented guy, actually. And he's been helping us out with some of our work. And so I've asked him to come on today. So welcome again, Deep.
Thank you.
And so what have we been getting you to do for some of our financial literacy work, which you could see potentially could be helpful if we're able to get this Hyperlife up and going?
Should I share my screen?
Yeah.
There you go. Can you see it?
Yes.
Yeah. So in this game, the player will be spawned in this
Do you want
area.
to just bring your little content browser a little arm down a little bit? Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome.
It's good?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So player will be spawned here, and then player will go to the crops area where we're gonna have the crops, and then it's gonna come to this bridge thing. As you can see, there's a really beautiful river coming from the mountains.
Oh, can I have a look at the river for a moment? Oh, man, that just looks so real. It's just amazing. So which engine, how are you making this? What engine do you use?
This is like Unreal Engine 4 we are using it. So we actually made like some of the assets, and then all these things we made it from scratch, and the rivers and stuff. And yeah, we just made it. I can't explain how I made it.
Well, with skills and years of training, I'm sure. And so the players get to walk around, and in this game, but in our proposed game, same concept, eh? They get to play walk around.
Yeah, so this is like a really straightforward path there. They can easily follow the path. So the path leads to the crops area, where we're gonna show how back in old days people used to do the farming. So let's keep walking. There will be like the things and hidden things in it, where we will place tasks. And so the player reached there. So these are 3 sections where the crops will grow, to just tell what crops they used to grow. And there's some sections there, the tools they used to use back in old days to do the crops. And so to get the water, so we had if to grow the crop, you need water too. So there's another river here.
Oh, show the waterfall. I just saw that. Wow.
So yeah, they get water from there to the crops area, and then you can see the waterfall goes there.
It goes all the way down. So Deep, if someone out there wanted us to make, or we get the support we need to make Hyperlife the game, if they nominated a specific area in New Zealand, if you got some drone shots and things like that, could you mimic the particular New Zealand area they might show you? This looks very Kiwi a bit. No trees,
so
but
we can actually exactly. Because there's if you Google on the Google Go data, that's called DEM data. So you can actually grab New Zealand topography. I can't say the word. You can grab. You can actually grab this whole data from the New Zealand maps, and you can convert that data into 3D. So you will get exactly how trains are here. I might have something actually. If I can.
I think that'd be exciting. What do you reckon, Steph? If we get the support and we could nominate, the game intends to have sort of 4, 5, 6 areas, depending if we reach our other stretch goals. We're wanting 9, 10 different areas that the players go through and learn. But you could nominate. You could tell us, Cam, there's actually a place outside of Gisborne which has some wetland which needs some help in the real world. But if you could build the virtual version of it.
So you can see on my screen, this is entire map of New Zealand, this entire maps of how trains works. So I can actually get this data and convert into a 3D world, and then actually player can do exactly what
actually be mimicked. Yeah. So as they walk around and let's say they take on the challenge of that particular wetland, and it'll actually be real life. They could actually drive past it a week later.
Yeah.
And yeah, not that it have their trees, but oh no, that's
There are
amazing.
like, yeah, options there. Um, but that's like you need a lot of spend time on it to refine this whole data tree
Yeah,
design.
you know, and everyone out there listening, you know, that's we got the ability to do it. That's why we do need the resources, and it does take quite a bit of time. But we've got quite a bit of team. They're all New Zealand based. Deep's one of a few that jumps in and helps us, and yeah, so you know, it's a big part of why we're doing this campaign, because we're just passionate about wanting to go ahead and make this. And Deepa, we've got you to make a couple of native trees, haven't you, for our other projects?
Yes,
Do you
yes.
want to show which ones you've had a play on?
Yep, sure. Let me pause that one so my computer doesn't crash. Okay, so I paused that. I have to open another program to show that.
No, that's fine.
With that real life, you know, choosing those areas around the country, there's huge potential for that. You know, imagine a group of kids in school and we've got an area nearby that they designed and can, you know, can connect with a funder to pay for the native trees, and what they design, those are the tree species we can use in that area, and they can see it actually happening after they designed it.
Well, and as you're saying that, Steph, I'm just thinking, because we can create all simulation scenarios within the game, they could practice for a couple of months first and speed up the simulation. So if we put too many, okay, here's the quick guess. Ready, you two, quiz time. Which tree is this?
Te koka.
Oh, Steph got
No,
it deep. What, she
no,
beat
this is a
you?
cabbage tree.
No, but I think she said the native name for it. What is the,
Oh, right.
Yeah, cabbage tree is another name for it.
what's the Māori name for it? Or the
Te koka.
scientific? Ah, so, you know, yeah, like if they plant too many of these in the wrong area, in the wrong time, climate, the wrong side of the thing in there, then the simulator could probably let them know, don't, you know, that wasn't the best place. So I hadn't thought about that level. We definitely know the system can do it, and it's those sort of design areas. Oh, here we go. Test two. Which one's this one?
I'm not gonna say it.
Do you know, Steph? Can you zoom in a bit deep, or does it?
It's Kahawai.
Kowhai. It's got
Yeah,
yellow flowers. Oh yeah, now you zoom in. Kowhai.
yeah, Kahawai tree.
Beautiful tree.
Okay. Yeah, come in a bit closer. It looks quite real, quite nice.
Yeah, because I actually like I could make push mode because what we are using
Yes.
in game and engine, so I actually try to optimize it slightly to work better in game engine, so it can also run on slower devices. But I can actually improve like more, put more detail on it. Let me open another one. So,
And yeah, what you're saying, Cam, that's it. You know, the different species, what some will grow, they only want to have wet feet type thing. Others will only grow in the dry areas. You could definitely have that as part of the game.
And we can build those mechanics and algorithms so that where you, like you say, it's a bit wet, and if the player chooses to plant them there, we can show them, hey, that's not a good spot, and have lessons around that too. So that's part of the learning. They're learning the science for the curriculum, but they're also learning and practicing. And then later, halfway through the year, they can go out across the road to that wetland and do what they simulated. So I think we know what this tree is, and I can see on the file names too. Hey, Deep, this is cheating a little, but we had a little discussion before we started. On this one's the Cody,
yeah.
and what's some of the issues going on around Cody in New Zealand, Steph?
Yeah, so there's a disease that people have probably heard of, Phytophthora, and it's like a fungus that gets spread through the soil. And it's having a massive effect on our Cody trees. So spread through, you know, feral pigs that like to chew on the roots of Cody, and spread through, you know, people just walking through. So
have you got that article, Deep? Can you bring that article up you had? That was quite.
Yeah, I can put back on.
Yeah, and I didn't realize that the feral pigs play a bit of a role in spreading that, and I think a game like this and a learning resource like this could, one, highlight that, but two, part of that is introduce species. You know, it's a big part of what Owen and environmentalists have to do, is to try and reduce those numbers so that things like this, our native flora and fauna, are not impacted. So, you know, our game can have that simulation that if you can allow too many introduced species, that your forest will not grow in front of you as you keep playing. Oh, why not? Because it's not there. But yeah, no, looking at this photo here in this article. I've heard a little bit, but I hadn't really familiar of all the things. And I guess is there a number of ways we can help to try and reduce this impact in the real world? Is there, Steph? Is there more
Yeah,
things that
I
people
mean,
can do?
those are the main things, is reducing those feral pig populations. And, out in Auckland Council have done this in the past too, limiting people walking through there because, soil on the shoes, it's going to spread it as well. And in some cases, they've had to close the parks which have it to try and stop it spreading. Haven't got a cure for it yet, but yeah, so those are the main things.
I mean, if we start planting heaps more, Cody, I guess, is that going to be helpful, or this? And then if we can try and find a way not to spread is it a disease or a bacteria or a virus? What do we call it?
Fungus. Yeah,
a fungus.
Yeah. Stopping the spread. Definitely plant more Cody, and then stopping the spread, protecting those ones you've planted, and protecting as many as you can that don't have that fungus through it in that forest yet. Yeah.
And I guess, is there signs and ways that potentially you can tell it has the fungus on the outside, or no? It's a test on the inside.
I'm definitely not an expert on it, but you can see at the base of the trunk rotting at first, and I think yellowy tinge to the leaves. A couple of the ways you can see it. Yeah,
because I mean, teaching our kids that to spot it and then be able to highlight to Doc or someone, say, hey, there's a couple of Cody here. I've seen the signs of based on the game that taught it. Gee, the more we talk about this, we need this game. What do you reckon, Steph?
No, absolutely. Yeah, providing that source for kids learning that may not have that opportunity to have a forest nearby they can go to. That's huge. Planting those seeds in their minds of, hey, we've got these beautiful forests, all these beautiful, amazing native species, but they're getting decimated at the moment. And what can we do about it? What are the solutions? How can we make changes that are going to protect them and restore these forests? It's got massive potential.
Yeah. Have you got a few more trees to show us, Deep? What else have you been making? And have you got the animation? Which ones have you got a little bit of animation of the grow effect?
I'll show you there. So, oops.
Yeah, so everyone, what you're seeing now is what we would propose to do for this game. And as you unlock and learn more and accurately create the forest in front of you and retransform it, then it animates and you can see the forest growing in front of you, just like what you can see now. And it just grows more and more and more. And each time you come back, and then the more forest you have, the more trees and manu that come back. So there's just so much functionality that you can create in such a world like this. And as we would have seen earlier, it's so real, quite realism. And, one of our higher end tier stretch goals is to be able to create the PlayStation 4 and 5 version of it. That means you can keep it really high resolution like this, and you'll be surprised how many households in New Zealand actually have a PlayStation. Quite a lot of them may not have laptops in that, but they definitely got the PlayStation. So really hoping that we can get the support we need so that we can, get to that level where we make the PlayStation as well. Because Unreal can export out a whole bunch of versions: Android version, low poly, low version for smartphones, internet browsers, PC, things like that. So it can definitely export out, once again, a PlayStation version. But we just needing the support really to be able to get that far and to make it. Also, Oculus Quest making the VR version, because you can, Deep, the way that you were walking around, there is an ability to export out a version which goes on those VR headsets with HTC Vive or Oculus.
Yeah.
So whether a school or an organization, or more and more people are starting to buy the VR headsets at home, especially, unfortunately, with lockdown and stuff. Some of the at-home entertainment and at-home learning devices and that are going to become more and more. And I guess this is another one, unfortunately, if we're in sort of lockdown or reduced access, that if we had resources like this, that we could still learn and be part of nature, at least in this capacity. And then when we're allowed back out, we can get out into the nature. What I've noticed is so many more people walking and actually at the parks and actually getting out because they've been limited with what's been going on. So I think that's starting to get an interest in people going, wow, you know, we're really taking time for nature. And I guess there's different thoughts around, you know, some of the pandemic, and that could be caused by us not looking after nature as best as we could have and may not have. I'm not sure the science on all of that, but I think anything like this that can just, you know, encourage the young ones, 8, 9, 10, 11-year-olds playing this and just getting a passion for it, becoming futurist, future climate warriors, I guess. And me and Joe, I joke with Dee because we asked him to do some of these, and now when I walk around with him, he said, Cam, you know what that tree is? You know what that is? He's becoming a little bit of a native tree expert. And if we can get funded, you'll be making a lot more trees, hey, Deep, and you'll become even more knowledgeable. So what happens now when you're out and about walking? Tell us what you were telling us before as you walk.
I like it. Like I was walking with my friend another day, and then just on the Mount Albert Road, and I saw there's a house in Mount Albert Road, and they had like cabbage tree, ponga tree, and I think there's also heartbeat tree. I couldn't tell because it's really hard for me to tell what heartbeat tree is at the moment because I couldn't find any much reference actually for the heartbeat, even on the internet.
Oh, maybe Trees That Count, one of the experts will be able to send us what, you know, because we do need some good close-ups of trees, trunk, bark, things like that to help us create it.
Like when I
You've been on New Zealand Plant Conservation Network, that's an amazing one.
So when I go like on heartbeat tree, I couldn't find any like reference for which one is heartbeat tree.
Yeah, what was that website you just mentioned, Steph? Do you want to type this one in?
New Zealand, NZPCN. That's my go-to.
Oh, there it is, NZPCN.
Yeah.
Just down there.
This one, yeah.
Whenever I'm trying to identify a species, I'll go there.
They haven't have, I think, like I looked already. Yeah, it's the photos that I found like these much, like really low.
They're tiny, yeah, I see what you mean.
So
anyone watching out there, if you've got some hard beach, high res, close photos of bark and leaves, send them through. And if we get the funding we need, we'll make an amazing looking hard beach.
There's definitely networks, Facebook groups and that kind of thing with tree lovers that you'll absolutely be able to get those pictures.
Because I was struggling while I was making this tree. Like I was like, I couldn't find anything.
Oh, well, yeah, hopefully this network and with Trees That Count, and this network. So awesome. Well, if you can stop sharing, Deep, and we can get back to chat. But thank you both for coming on today, and might have you on again in a few days and that. It's awesome to have you both, and thank you for supporting the project, both of you. And to all the viewers out there, yes, we got 11 days to go. Please just either donate or share our links and let other people see and hear about us. And we'll be back tomorrow if anyone's around, want to have a check-in at midday tomorrow. All right. Ka kite.
Okay.